First, I'd like to welcome all of you all here for this workshop. I believe it's a very unique combination of topics where we're talking about seed treatment and care, and then doing that with biologicals. Not many people have done this in terms of practice is one thing, but arranging a workshop at a conference is the other. So I'm glad that we have minds who are willing to think about what is out there and how to sort of get working on that. And I think that's very important, to be curious about what is the next thing that's coming around, and then how can we be equipped with that kind of information, technology, knowledge, and then make a better industry or a better contribution to your jobs or to your companies or to your countries. And in the end, I guess, the world. So with that, we move on to the next. It's an old Sanskrit prayer. It says, "O goddess earths, who are enduring wide expanses, salutations to thee. Now I'm going to begin cultivation. Be pleased, O virtuous one." So I'm hoping that we can at least cultivate one seed in each of our minds. That's the hope, and let's work on that. Market murmurs and agri-input conferences last couple of years. Can't afford a product development cycle of 10 plus years at $300 billion. Sustainability has a triple bottom line: people, prosperity, and the planet. Crop inputs that best fit the bill to help achieve the triple bottom line and tackle sustainability in agriculture are biologicals. 2013 and 14 biologicals have arrived, and I believe that's one of the reasons we're all here. We acknowledge that, and we're willing to try and learn from that and add value to that. And the fifth one, which is the biological seed treatment, is the future. I subscribe to that idea very much so. These are all the factors that contribute to seed care and to crop care. I guess we'll be concentrating on this segment and a little bit on this, where we'll talk about seed care and seed treatment. Is primarily what the focus of today's talk is and today's workshop. So, just wanted to draw, similarities between, what's happening in the pharmaceutical and the food world, where we're talking about, medicine on one side and then food on the other, and then in between you have functional foods and, supplemental foods and supplemental vitamins and minerals. And so that's a similar space that we have here. Is pesticides, so to speak, protection on one side, and then there's fertilizers, which is sort of hardcore nutrition on the other for plants, and then in between the grey space is the biocontrols and the biostimulants. So within this, how do we need to work? Is to align R&D activities to market needs, which will lead to the expansion. And we've seen how that's happened in the past couple of years. The markets have just expanded for biologicals primarily because the big boys have gotten into it, which is, I welcome all of them into this field. It's going to create an explosion like an industry hasn't yet experienced, at least the biologicals industry hasn't experienced. And that is the R&D activities within these huge organizations, or even the small ones, is going to lead to the expansion of the markets and creating new ideas, new markets, new opportunities. And it would help to provide food and fuel security to all of us in terms of what is it that we're getting out of the products that we're providing to the farmers. It will increase agriculture sustainability, protect consumers' health, which is a big thing nowadays. You can't just be putting anything and everything into the crops or the soil or the ecosystem. We have to look at these things. We have to consider them. And I'm not talking about just about in developed markets, it's also in developing markets. Consumer issues are there and people are having to tackle them and work with those. And it makes Ecosense, which is economical and ecological, because what I've noticed in the past 17 years of doing in this business is that if you're not able to make an economical benefit to the user, it could be the best thing for the universe. No one will adopt. No one will adopt. It has to create some disposable income in that user's pocket. Bottom line. Otherwise, he doesn't give. He's there for this season. He doesn't care about next year, next decade, next millennium, next century. This is the structure of the workshop that I would like to work with, and formulating biologicals, a brief introduction. And my suggestion is, it's open to everyone's inputs. After each of the bullet heads, before we move to the next one, I will request people for comments, questions, bottle caps, whatever. Please, because that will help us to at least sink in what we have learned or what we don't want to learn within those short slides, so that when we go to the next topic or the next structure, we know what we got inside us, and then what is it more that we want to expect. Does this make sense? Thank you. This was suggested by a friend's wife who's a doctorate professor in a university in India, and she said, you just lose people up if you take questions at the end of 100 odd slides, you'll be just going back and forth. So this was something that I learned as this is, if I am in one of your positions and I say, hey, boss, let's look at biologicals, and they say, okay, these are the questions you need to answer. There's an email from the top bosses, wherever they are sitting. This is my assumption of how it would work, and I'm open for corrections. Market size, quantity, value. When can we sell out to the big boys? That's the big question nowadays. Competitive advantage over other products, actives or formulations. IPR, patents, is it possible? Or are we infringing on it? Compatibility with chemicals and tank mixes. Costs to the farmers, production cost and the market prices. Ease of applications, minimum drift. Mode of actions, is it proven or are we just talking something in the air? Shelf life, storage stability, 12 months minimum. These are things. The toxicity profile, is it safe? The allergies to non-target species, humans, pests, bees, butterflies, etc. And then mutations, genetic, natural, and what are the market perceptions of that? And what more, boss? This is how it will, because the mindset is, we're in a hangover of the chemical regime. So this is what the hangover has left the seniors or everyone else working with. And this is how the industry is. This is how it has been evolving. Hopefully we can change it. Let's hope for it. 9 steps to nirvana. Bringing a new biological to market. That's what it's all about. Which disease or pest, which crop, and where. Where in terms of which area, geographically, or the market in that sense. Isolation of the microbes and geographical location, taxonomy, ecology, etc. High throughput screening, production, eco-safety, that kind of stuff. We need to work on that. Searching of all databases for IPR, infringement, ecotox, markets.